10-4.
Hey,
I'll holler at you.
very good to see you. Yeah.
Yes, sir. You
I'm
too,
alright. I
brother.
can't complain.
Morning, Judge. Or good
Hey,
evening.
what's up, man? How you doing?
Doing good, doing good.
Gotcha, gotcha.
No
All right.
complaints,
Give me like 2 seconds to catch up.
of course.
Antonio, you may want to try to reset. Oh, much better. Much better. Much better.
I appreciate it.
Mr. Goodman,
Yes, Your Honor.
are we prepared to call the first case?
Um, yes, Your Honor.
All right, proceed.
So, Your Honor, first case on the calendar today is case number 4246, and this will be Vic Smith versus State, Your Honor.
All right. And Ms. Valentine, who are you representing in this case?
I'm representing Mr. Vic Smith.
And are they present?
No, sir.
All right. And you've been, Ms. Valentine, you've been assigned by the state, correct?
I was assigned a while ago, Your Honor.
All right, perfect. Mr. Goodman, can you lay out the situation in this case for me?
Certainly, Your Honor. So, I'll start with the charge. The state is on this matter is pursuing the following charge: obstruction of justice against the defendant Vic Smith. And Your Honor, the summary is the following. The incident took place on the 14th of August this year. Officer Trump was at Pillbox, the hospital. Shots were fired, and multiple officers observed a gang member shoot, then hop in a vehicle. Police surrounded the vehicle, then the suspect, Vic Smith, got in between officers with guns, tasers drawn, and told them his friend did nothing wrong. The car then drove away and the suspect was arrested for obstruction.
Okay. And we're only pursuing the obstruction.
That's correct, Your Honor. The state is only seeking obstruction of justice on this one. And this would be 10 months, $5,000 fine, Your Honor.
And what is the state is seeking the maximum on this?
Yeah, we're gonna follow by the guideline.
Okay. Perfect. All right. And what evidence are we considering in this matter?
Your Honor, the state has only one piece of evidence to introduce, and it is shown as Exhibit A in our discovery, and it's the body camera footage from Officer Trump, the arresting officer.
Detail it for me, please.
Certainly. The state only makes one mention relevant to the charge. It occurs between the start of the body camera footage, so from 0 minutes 0 seconds, until the first 10 seconds. We will see Mr. Vic Smith interfering with a police investigation, standing in between the detained vehicle and officers while shouting at officers.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. And for the defense, any challenges to Exhibit A?
Only for the what's it called, the description of the evidence being that the defendant was shouting at the officers. In the body cam, it doesn't show that. The defendant is pretty clearly trying to de-escalate the situation. He's got his hands up the entire time.
So you dispute summary, not the actual evidence.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'll allow you to argue that in court. The court will accept Exhibit A as evidence for the state.
Thank you, Your Honor. And the state only also names one witness in our list, and that's Officer Donnie Trump, the arresting officer. I believe he's currently on LOA, but unsure on his schedule, but he could be around if it goes to trial, Your Honor.
Understood. Any additional evidence or witnesses?
And not at this time, Your Honor.
For the defense, any challenges to the one witness listed?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, Officer Donnie Trump will be accepted as an expert witness.
Your Honor, I believe the witness is a fact witness, not an expert witness.
Oh, sorry. As the evidentiary witness, I apologize. Got it. All right, you can continue, Mr. Goodman.
Your Honor, the state has no further evidence to introduce on this one. It's pretty straightforward.
Understood. And so, to the defense, Ms. Valentine, can you present your version of this case, please?
Yes, Your Honor. The evidence as it shows the defendant's friend shoots a gun near pillbox, and officers move in to try to arrest the defendant's friend. The defendant doesn't realize that the defendant's friend has shot a weapon, and so he tries to de-escalate the situation, saying that his friend did not shoot the weapon, and why is everybody pointing guns at the defendant's friend. He has his hands up the entire time and is not standing directly in between the majority of the officers and the defendant's friend, sorry, who shot the weapon. The defendant lacks the required mental state to commit the crime, as he was not intending to obstruct justice. We have 2 witnesses, but no other pieces of evidence to submit when you're ready.
List the witnesses for me, please.
Currently, the witnesses are Vic Smith, the defendant, and Tim Knucklehead, a doctor and a expert witness in this case. However, I believe the expert witness is not available this weekend or next weekend. So if it's possible with the court, the defense would like to seek a second expert witness to replace Dr. Tim Knucklehead.
Your Honor, State would like to object at this time.
On what grounds to the witness?
Your Honor, relevance. I mean, we understand the narrative from the defense on the mental state of the witness. However, it will be shown clear at trial that first, the judicial is being misused in this manner, as it is pretty straightforward once you have a chance to review the facts before you. So any attempt to introduce staff from EMS to the argument of insanity or any mental issues, we just think it's a poor misuse of the court's time and honestly the EMS personnel as well.
Your Honor, can I restate, because I believe there's a misunderstanding with my statement about the mental state of the defendant.
Please restate them.
It's not about the defendant being unable to stand trial due to insanity. It is about the defendant's compos mens for committing the crime, the intention to commit the crime. I believe the expert witness from EMS can state to the effect of stress in a situation like the defendant was in.
Mr. Goodman?
Your Honor, we're gonna continue with our objection. Once the court has a chance to review such body camera at trial, it will be made clear that any attempt to pursue a narrative of stress, anxiety, it does not equal to innocence or ignorance about the law. It will be made clear that the charge being pursued here, obstruction of justice, was indeed obstruction of justice. This will be very clear and shown to the court. So any attempt, once again, to introduce expert witnesses from EMS, it is the state's view that is a poor use of the court's time and the EMS personnel as well.
Well, should this make it to court, be important for the defense to be able to argue the point of the mental state of the client, of their client. So I'll allow the witness, should this make it to court, although I have opinions on the validity of this case coming to court. So, but at any rate, I'm inclined to allow the witness as an expert witness for the defense. So your objection is noted. Ms. Valentine?
Those are the two witnesses we have, Vic Smith and Tim Knucklehead.
One judicial note for the witness who was also subject of this hearing. It would be wise to let your client know and advise them of their Fifth Amendment rights as it relates to appearing in court in this situation.
Yes, Your Honor.
And subjecting themselves to being a witness in their case in which they're named would potentially cause due harm to their innocence. So make sure they're advised, because the state will be allowed in most cases to ask questions that may directly impact their ability to claim not guilty.
Yes, Your Honor.
Have we discussed a potential set date for this court hearing?
Your Honor, nothing's on the calendar for this one, but I believe Saturday could be dependent on court schedule.
Okay, I will pin the actual scheduling of the court date to allow for up to 3 days for scheduling. I can potentially pin this one on Saturday. I would advise that all clients and/or witnesses be present. All right. So with that being said, I will accept that there is probable cause by the state to pursue obstruction of justice against Vic Schmidt. Said witnesses are accepted, exhibits are accepted, all challenges are accepted and or noted. We'll pin this matter for 3 days pending scheduling, although I would strongly encourage both sides to have a conversation about this case and potential arbitration.
Certainly, Your Honor.
With that said, the matter of Vic Schmidt versus the state is tabled.